Hello, so today I'll be doing LeetCode project 1, which is Tucson. And the question is, given an array of integers, nums, and an integer target, return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to the target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. You can return the answer in any order. Example 1. The input is an array nums 2, 7, 11, 15. Target is 9. The output will be 0 and 1 because numbers 0 and numbers 1 is equal to 9. So 2 plus 7 is equal to 9, yes. Now we return 0 and 1. So we get the numbers that add up to 9 and return the indexes. Numbers, example 2, numbers 3 to 4, target is 6, output is 1 and 2. Okay, so there's two ways of doing this, but I'll show you the first one, which is a brute force method. We loop through the array once, loop through it again to get the first digit, and then the second digit until we get the complement. So I'll show you on whiteboard here. So let's say we have an array of numbers up here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Say our target is 5. We loop through the array once, and we get, say, I is equal to, and j is second number. So first we loop through the array once, we get I, which is 1. Then we go and get j, which is now 2, and we check if I and j is equal to 5. If so, we return the values, the indexes, sorry. So I is 1, j is now 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, so we continue, go to the next one of j is now 3, j is now 3, 1 plus 3 is 4, j is now 5, because that is not equal to 5, so j is now 4, 1 plus 4 is 5, so that would equal to, so that would return index I and j, which would be 1, which would be 0, and 3, because I is now index 0, j is now index 3. We could also return 2 and 3 because that was 5, but it's the first one. So let's do the code. So first, we do a for loop. We get let I is equal to 0. Sometimes smaller than nums.length. Then we increment. We could do nums.length minus 1 because as j will be I plus 1. We'll get there in advance anyway. So then we do for let j is equal to j always has to be 1 more than I, because we don't have to check the same number, we can't check the same number twice. Then if j is smaller than nums.length, smaller than this, we increment. Okay, now if nums I plus nums j are equal to target, then we return as an array I and j. Else we continue, so that should pass. Yeah, as you can see, there is faster ways of doing this. That's because right now this is a time complexity of O squared, as we're going through a for loop twice. So we're looping through the array twice. The fastest way of doing this is using a map or an object, which I will show you now. So let's wrap this out. Go with that. Should have kept the first parts. Let's keep that array. Oh, actually, let's go back. So again, say we have an array. This time it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say array of 5 numbers. Say 1, 2, 3, 5. Again, the target is 5. Now we also have a map. Okay, so this time we only loop through the array once, which will make it a time complexity of O(n). What we do is, again, loop through the array, and we check if the value is in map. If it's not, we push it into the map. Otherwise, what we'll do is, I'll show you. So first, we loop through I, which is 1, 1 plus nothing that cannot equal 5, so push that into map with the index as the value and the number as the key. So here now we have 1 and 0 as value. Now we go to 2. At 2, we check if there is a number in the map that adds up to 5, so we get a complement, which would be complement. Just this one, yeah, complement is equal to, we get it by the target minus the current number, so nums I. Because the target minus the current number gives us a number remaining that we need to get to 5. For example, 2. So target, let's say target is 5 here. Let's go. Target is 5. Let's go. Target is 5. 5. Now we're on 2 minus 2 is equal to 3. We check if 3 is in the map. It's not, we only have 1. So then we add 2 to the map. Now 2 is in the map with an index of 1, which is I. Now again, now we go to 3. We get the now 5. Oh, 5. Now 5 minus 3. So 5 minus 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. So we check if 2 is in map. 2 is in map. So now we return the index values. And as the value of 2 is index value 1, then we return the complement, which is 2. And then return the index. And then we return the current index, which would be nums I, which is 2 as well. So we do I, 2I, either is fine. That'll give us a solution. So let's code that in. So first, we create a map. You could also use an object instead, but map has slightly faster time placed. So slightly faster execution time. Now we can do a for loop. Now we don't have to do I, we just do let num one loop. So do I made the index, so let I is equal to 0. Guy is smaller than nums.length. Then we increment. Now we get the complement, which would be the target minus the current number minus nums I. Then we check if the map has the complement. So if map.has complement, so if it contains complement, then we return the complement, complement's value, which would be the index value, and then we return I, both indexes of the numbers that add up to target. Else we set the number, current number, the index as the value. So every time we find a number, we return the index. So let's run. Alright, so let me check. Map.set nums I. Put 2101 description. Map.has complement I. Let's see. Return map.get complement. Read the index, we don't return the complement itself. There you go, that passes. Let me submit. There you go, time complexity is now much improved.